Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Safety's creeping. Bush. Back. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Alert flare.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. With success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff as they run the counter play. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
It's now 3rd down.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Sam Cook.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun handoff to Irvin. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
On 3rd down, Love. It's caught. Nelson. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Green Bay.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Loss of 1.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
The point after.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I liked a little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 45-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
29 is the Mike 29.
Shotgun now for Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Flush to his right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Packers 7, Cardinals nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Murray again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
2nd and inches at the 9-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Jones on the
so they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Love. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Devon Kennard coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. taken from just outside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Switch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
41.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't,
the ball comes out, and the Packers pick it up. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32.
Complete to Aaron.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up the head of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
36-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Again, the ball
Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Love from the gun. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
5-yard line.
Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Cardinals nothing. Jake Elliott set.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Following the interception, Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First down pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Working out of the gun. Love escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
First down, Packers.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Love going to give this one to Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Love making the catch is Sternberger. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And a Packer 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now Love. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Nothing.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for him.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devon Kennard picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead now increases to 20-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Complete to Jace Sternberger. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 23-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A gain of 5. First down, Packers.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 37.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
49-yard line.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For the Packers.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 11.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here,
Operating from the gun, Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. First down, Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
For number 22.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score, Packers 27. Cardinals.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The left side completion to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Jace Sternberger.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Love. He'll buy some time right. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Green Bay, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.